Hey there, boys and girls. Welcome to Did You Know? Did you know that the largest Easter egg in the whole world lives in Vegreville, Canada? Did you know that the most popular Easter candy in the world is Reese's peanut butter chocolate eggs? Favorite. There is a ton of fun trivia around the theme of Easter. But the best questions we can ask are the ones about Jesus. Like, did you know we can love Jesus more than anything? Did you know Jesus is king over everything? Did you know Jesus is alive? Did you know we can trust Jesus? Well, whatever your answer, we invite you to go beyond the facts and win the grand prize of knowing Jesus for yourself.
Welcome everyone to the Did You Know game show. Yeah. I am your host for this week. Now, what's a good game show without fun, games, and awesome prizes, right? Each week you'll be divided into two teams, the boys and the girls. In order to win, you'll have to make the most points for your team. And there will be bonus points available. The winning team at the end of the month will win a grand prize. Let's kick things off with a game about how much you know about the Easter story, because that is what we're celebrating right now. Great job, teams! This game showed us that there's always new things to learn, and even if we knew the answers already, it doesn't hurt to get a really good reminder.
Some of us may have some expensive things at home. Like TVs can be expensive, so can jewelry, cars. Here I have a jar of very valuable diamonds. I don't know if they're quite real, but there's a difference between something that's expensive and something that's valuable. Now, can anyone tell me what valuable means? Valuable things can cost a lot of money, but when something is valuable, it means that it means a lot to us. What are some things that you might consider valuable to you? Maybe it's a stuffed animal that you've had since you were a baby, or a really special gift that somebody gave you, or something you saved up for a long time to buy. And sometimes we don't want our friends to use these valuable things or toys because we're scared they might break or that we might not get those things back. And that's because we place value on those things. Today's Bible story is going to show us that when we love Jesus, we won't want to keep the most valuable things to ourselves. We'll just want to give them right back to Jesus.
For this next part of our game show, we need you to pay close attention because we need you to participate with us. When you hear this sound, we need you to applaud. Let's practice now. Whenever you hear this sound, then we need you to say, "Aww." Try it together now.
All right, are you ready? It is time for the Did You Know Bible story. Today's Bible story is found in the book of John, chapter 12, verses 1 to 8.
Did you know that there's a woman in the Bible who shows us how to value Jesus? Well, there is.
It all started with her family. This woman had a brother named Lazarus. Unfortunately, one day Lazarus died. Aww. Everyone was very sad, especially Lazarus' sisters Mary and Martha. But guess what? Jesus made Lazarus alive again.
Needless to say, Lazarus, Mary, and Martha loved Jesus and were really close friends of his. So it was 6 days before Passover. And Passover is a holiday that celebrates when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, where they were slaves for more than 400 years.
So Jesus was getting ready to celebrate Passover, and he ended up in a town called Bethany, where Mary, Martha, and Lazarus lived. Now, they had put together a lovely banquet feast for Jesus and his friends, and everyone was having a jolly good time.
Then, without warning, Mary, one of the sisters, took out an expensive perfume and poured it on Jesus' feet, then wiped it off with her hair. Everyone who was near Mary when she put the perfume on Jesus' feet could smell how beautiful it smelled. I bet it was her very favorite perfume. That just goes to show how much she cared about Jesus. She was giving Jesus her very best.
Well, one of Jesus' disciples named Judas Iscariot, who you might remember later might betray Jesus. Now this Judas didn't like this at all. Judas thought that something this expensive should be sold to help the poor, because the perfume was worth a lot of money. But you know what? Judas actually did not really care about the poor. The Bible tells us that he was in charge of the money that the disciples kept together, and sometimes he would take some of it for himself. He was probably thinking how much more money he would have if Mary just sold the perfume and he got to keep the money instead.
But Jesus told Judas and everyone to back off. He was moved by Mary's gesture, and because he knew that he was going to die soon, he thought it was fitting that Mary would do this really kind act for him.
Jesus could see Judas's heart and Mary's heart. And even though Judas said that he cared about the poor, he didn't mean it in his heart. Mary showed that she loved Jesus by giving up one of the most valuable things that she owned. Mary loved Jesus more than anything.
This month, our big idea is hidden in one of these 3 cases. Our big idea cases. So I want you to yell out which number you think it's in, and I'll open it up and see if we're right. Are you ready? Let me hear you yell. Okay, I hear 1. Oh, you gotta say it a little louder. Oh yes, I hear 1. Okay, 1, 1, 1. Okay, let's see. Did you get it right? Not in number 1. Okay, what do you think? We got 2 more tries. You gonna get it right this time? What do you think? The middle one? Yell loud if you think it's number 2. Okay, now yell out if you think it's number 3. Okay, I think 2, 1. Let's see. Okay, ready? Da-da-da-da. Ooh, the number 2 one. Today's big idea is this. Did you know we can love Jesus more than anything? You know, Mary poured out her most expensive perfume on Jesus' feet because Mary loved Jesus more than anything. Did you know we can love Jesus more than anything too? Let's say it one more time together. Did you know we can love Jesus more than anything?
Hi there, little chicken nuggets. Me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Grow TV. Just last week I was sitting at home and my mama asked me a very important question. She said, Carl, do you know what holiday's coming up next? And I'm not going to lie, my brain was like a soda can on the bedside table, empty. I guessed Christmas. Man, well, I was wrong. I guessed the 4th of July. Man, I was wrong. I guessed if it was National Pizza Shoe Day. It's a holiday where, like, when you can't find your shoes, you just use leftover pizza slices as shoes. I actually celebrated that 8 times last year. But my mama told me it wasn't that either. So I finally said, Mama, what holiday is it? And she said, Easter. Right? I bet y'all didn't know that. Anywho, it made me realize something. There's a lot of things out there that I don't know, and I bet that's the same for you. So I came up with an awesome idea. Ready to hear it? What if we started a game show? Hear me out. A game show that's all about things. All about Easter. All about Jesus. I ask questions, and we try to guess the answers. What do you say? Good, you're on board. Because if you weren't, guess what? I already did it. Hit the music. Welcome, ladies and germs, to the newest and greatest game show to ever exist. What's the game show, you might ask? Well, it's called Did You Know? The rules are simple. Each round will have 3 trivia questions, which will start with us asking a simple question, Did you know? You have 2 answers to choose from, and if you choose the correct one, you'll get 100 points. And the contestant at the end with the most points will win the ultimate awesome showcase. Tell them what they will win, Katie.
Thanks, Carl. The winner of the Did You Know game show will win the 100-foot tall chocolate Easter bunny.
Wow, I mean, that's like breakfast for me, but whatever. Let's get started. Who's ready to meet our contestants? First, we have Sam. Sam, welcome to the show.
Hey, Carl. You told me we were just gonna hang out to...
Splendid. So happy to have you on the show. Contestant number 2 is possibly my best friend. Please welcome Jada.
Oh, Carl tricked you into being on this game show too?
Yup.
All right, let's go with question number 1. Are you ready, kids? Say it with me. Did you know? Did you know that Winter Haven, Florida hosted the world's largest Easter egg hunt? How many eggs were hidden that day for the children to find? A, 57, or B, 500,000?
Whoa, 500,000 eggs? That's a lot of eggs.
Sure is. But even 57 is quite a bit. What do you all think it is? A or B?
What do you think, Sam?
I'm gonna go with B. 500,000. There's no way 57 is the world record.
And you, Jada?
Well, I'm choosing A, 57. 500,000 is just too many.
All right, which of our contestants is correct? Sam got the correct answer for 100 points. The largest Easter egg hunt had over 500,000 eggs hidden, and over 9,000 children were involved in finding the eggs. Great job, but I cannot believe I wasn't invited to the egg hunt, though. I'm going to have to give the mayor a call about this situation. Moving on. Let's check out trivia question number 2. Everyone say it. Did you know? Did you know that the world's largest chocolate bunny was created in the country Brazil? The question is, how tall is that world record chocolate bunny?
Oh, 14 feet.
He didn't even give us the answer choices yet.
Yeah, I know, but I saw this on the news one time. I'm sure it's the right answer.
Can we get the answer choices?
I'm sorry, once a contestant blurts out the answer, all question answers are then henceforth not held to, you can't do that. You can't just blurt out the answer. It's against the rules. I just made up the rules just now. You can't do it.
You never told us that.
Well, I just did. So what's your answer, Sam?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 9 feet?
The correct answer is 14 feet. Jada gets 100 points. Built in Brazil by 9 chocolatiers, the bunny was 6 feet wide. Took 8 days to construct, and it weighed over 9,000 pounds. Wow, that does sound delicious. Let's move on to question number 3 to see who wins round 1. Oh man, this is a tricky one. One more time, everyone. Did you know? Did you know that in the book of John in chapter 16, Jesus was anointed by Mary before heading into Jerusalem? Which liquid was used by Mary to anoint Jesus? A, oil, B, perfume, or C, apple juice?
I think it was perfume. I choose B.
Yeah, I think it's B too.
What makes you think it's perfume?
I don't know. Just a guess.
Okay, well, let's see. Oh, you both are correct. Wow. Perfume. Mary poured a pint of perfume on Jesus' feet to anoint Jesus. You each get 100 points.
Wait, hold up. Why would Mary do that?
Don't look at me, ask Carl.
Hey, I'm just the game show question asker guy. If you want any help, just hit the help button in the corner.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago, Jesus was in the town of Bethany, where his friend Lazarus lived. And they had put together a dinner just for Jesus, and Mary, sister of Martha, did something extraordinary during this time. She took a very expensive bottle of perfume and poured it on Jesus' feet. Now, back in these times, people would use spices, oils, perfumes, and other materials to show importance and to anoint other people. And the perfume that Mary had used was pretty much her whole life savings. Mary was honoring Jesus with everything that she had because she knew that Jesus was worth it.
Whoa, that's awesome. Good for Mary. I bet that made everyone happy.
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, what I'm reading here is that one of the disciples actually got angry.
Who? Peter? Matthew?
No, I bet it was Judas.
Yep, it was Judas. He was upset because he said that the perfume could have been sold and the money could have been given to the poor.
Oh, I remember this now. The real reason that he was upset was because he was in charge of holding the bag that held all the money that Jesus and his disciples collected. Turns out, he was stealing from it.
So he didn't really care about giving money to the poor from the perfume sale? He wanted the money for himself?
Oh, that's too bad. So what Mary did was good, right?
Very much so. She didn't have much, but what she did have, she wanted to give it to Jesus.
Huh. But I guess the big question is, why?
That's a good question, Carl. Now, let me ask you this. Do you spend a lot of time with your friends?
Sure.
And if they needed help or money, would you help them?
Absolutely.
If they were feeling down, would you encourage them?
No doubt.
And if you knew they were going away and you wouldn't get to see them all the time anymore, wouldn't you give what you could and spend time with them?
Yeah, no question.
And why would you do that?
Because I love my friends.
Exactly. You see, Mary loved Jesus, and she knew she wasn't going to have much more time with him, and so she wanted to offer all she could to him.
That's right. She understood that pouring her perfume at his feet was one way of showing her love for Jesus.
And by giving away her most precious possession, she was showing that she loved Jesus more than anyone in the world. Wow.
Well, kids, I learned a lot today, including our big idea, which is, did you know we can love Jesus more than anything? So on the count of 3, let's all say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you know we can love Jesus more than anything? Perfect! Wonderful job, everyone. And I hope I can see you next time for round 2 of the Did You Know game show. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
It's time for a coffee break in our game show. Wait, you don't drink coffee? Okay, how about we try an activity with a coffee filter instead? Everyone has one in your craft bag, so you can pull it out right now, along with your markers and your Sharpie. Now, if you're watching at home, try to see if you can find the same supplies. Now, I want you to take your Sharpie, your permanent marker, and write Jesus in the center of your coffee filter. Let's do that right now. Now, once you've written Jesus on the middle of your coffee filter, take your washable markers and write down 2 or 3 things that you value that might get in the way of spending time with Jesus. If we're honest, sometimes we don't put Jesus first and other things can get in the way. So think of those things. Maybe video games, maybe watching shows, whatever it is. Let's write them down. Now, when you're done writing down those 3 things, we want you to come up to the front and we are going to put our coffee filters in some water. And when they get wet, you'll notice that everything will fade away, except for Jesus. Now, many times in our lives, we put our trust in very temporary things. But Jesus is the only one who is always with us and never lets us down. He's always there for us and he never changes. And Jesus deserves our very best, always. Now, ask the person next to you, did you know we can love Jesus more than anything? It's time for our memory verse of the month, and we have 6 different ways that we can try to say our verse together. Some of them are kind of weird, some of them are normal, but we're going to roll the dice, see what number we get, and then all have to say the verse with that voice. Are you guys ready? All right, Pastor Tish, would you like to roll the dice first? Ready? Number 4. We have to say it like we're underwater, so we're big lips. We'll see what that sounds like. You guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. 2 Peter 3.
That was pretty great. All right, Pastor Cheryl, let's see what number you're going to roll.
Okay, you ready? Six.
Okay, this one is an echoey voice. So Pastor Cheryl is going to say the verse and we are all going to be her echo. We have to echo each word after she says it. Ready?
But grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. 2 Peter 3 ... 18.
Wow, great job, everyone. Now, our last one, let's see what number we get. Number 5, a sing-song voice. Ready, everyone? But growing the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. 2 Peter 3 and 18. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you, everyone.
We are going to close our time in prayer today. Thank you for joining us. So if you want to close your eyes, put your hands together so we don't have any distractions, and we're going to pray to God. Ready? Jesus, thank you for being the only one who never changes and is always there for us. Help us to show your love to everyone else around us. We love you more than anything. In Jesus' name we say, amen. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.